Welcome to Art with Liz. Today we're going to be working on some snowflake paintings. Snowflakes are so interesting because each one is different from the next. Snowflakes are made of ice crystals that fall through the Earth's atmosphere as snow. They get their complex shapes as they move through different temperatures and humidity levels in the atmosphere. Okay, let's grab our supplies and get started. All right, first we're going to need some watercolor paper. Then we're going to need some paintbrushes. And we're going to need some watercolor paints. We're also going to need a white crayon or oil pastel. We'll need some water for our watercolor paints. And you have the option to use some table salt, but you don't need it. We're also going to need a paper towel to dry off our brushes. All right, let's get started. Okay, we're going to grab our paper. I cut my paper into little squares, but you can use whatever size paper you want. I also pulled up some snowflake images on my computer just so I can get an idea of what I'm going to be drawing onto my paper. Great, now I'm going to grab my oil pastel. And using the examples online, I'm going to start drawing out my snowflakes. It's really hard to see the white crayon on the paper, but I promise you it's there. All right, now I have snowflakes drawn on all my paper. If I kind of turn it to the side, maybe you guys can see it. Next, I'm going to grab my water cup, my brushes, and my paint. Okay. On my first piece of paper, I'm going to start. So I'm going to dip my brush into the water and then choose a color I want to start with. I think I'm going to go with this blue. Then I'm going to sweep my brush over my paper. What's really cool is the water will resist the crayon. So anywhere that you drew your snowflake, the water will not stick to. So you'll have a blue background and then a white snowflake popping through. Continue to fill up your paper with different colors, whatever you like, and however you want to do it. All right, while your paper is still wet, grab your salt if you're going to use it. You just need a tiny pinch, and you're going to drop the salt onto your painting. So what's going to happen is the salt absorbs the water and also some of the paint so that when it dries, it creates these tiny crystals, which is perfect for a snowflake painting. So the salt works best on wet paper. So if your paper's dry, just add a little water and then the salt. Awesome. Can you see how the salt is absorbing the water and the paint? So the next step is just to repeat the first couple steps of painting your snowflakes, adding a little bit of salt, and then letting them dry. Now you can hang them in the window or use them as little cards, whatever you like. Thanks for doing the art today, and I hope to see you soon.